everyone. So I have a 30-minute practice for you, which will be focusing on power, strength, creating a little bit of fire, a very yang practice. And what we will be doing here is really targeting the deep, stabilizing core muscles of the body. So when I talk about core, we're not just thinking about the six-pack, the superficial muscles. We're talking about the very, very deep muscles that are really supporting your skeleton and supporting your spine. We will begin by coming today straight onto our hands and knees, finding yourself in a tabletop position. Spreading through the fingers, planting down through the palms, pushing the ground away. And then just beginning by moving into cat-cow. So as you inhale, allow the belly just to dip towards the earth, lifting the heart, lift the gaze. As you exhale, rounding through the spine, hug the belly in and up. And today I'm going to invite you to close the eyes and allow this cat-cow to be your welcome to this practice. Really take this opportunity now to connect to your breath. Try and keep the movement really nice and slow. If you like, maybe you could start to add in a little bit of a circling action. And if you are doing that, taking it back the opposite way. Beautiful, resting back to center and then sitting the sit bones back to the heels. Keep the arms extended, lowering the forehead to the earth if that's available, or maybe here bending elbows and bringing one hand on top of the other to create a little kind of pillow here for the forehead. Thinking about creating a little bit of length through the spine. Try and reach the crown of the head forwards as you send your tailbone towards the back of the mat. So rising up onto your hands and knees, and then we're going to find a little activation here at the center. So think about creating a neutral spine. So halfway between tilting pelvis forwards and tucking under. Find that neutral position for the pelvis. So we're going to start engagement nice and low, drawing in and up. So activating through pelvic floor, hug the navel towards the spine. And then really start to push the ground away. So hands pressing firmly into the mat. Lift up between your shoulder blades. So basically hugging the whole of the front of your body up towards the back of your body. Neck nice and long, just looking down between the hands or just in front of the hands. Breathing and try and find a place where you can keep some activation but some softness at the same time. So we don't want to be engaging our core and kind of holding our breath at the same time. We don't want that real kind of intense squeeze. We want to activate and then breathe and soften, maintaining awareness around that activation. So shifting some weight into the left hand, going to begin to extend through right arm and left leg. Pointing the toes towards the earth, so flexing the foot, press your heel away, switching on the glutes. Now make sure you have it collapse into your left arm. Push down through the hand, lift up and out of your shoulder, keeping everything switched on at your center. Just looking now to the tip of your mat. And we're going to find a little subtle movement, just taking the hand a few inches over to the right and the foot a few inches over to the left, keeping everything as nice and stable. And then come back through center, releasing down, turning your left hand over, so back of the hand presses towards the mat. That might be enough for you just to release into the wrist. If your wrist feels happy with this, maybe I'll just turn so you can see, pressing right hand on top of the left and just pressing a little bit of weight over. And then easing out, maybe a little shake, a little roll through the wrist and changing side. So this time, right palm presses down into the earth. We're going to lift up left arm and right leg. Again, flexing through that foot. Press out through your heel, feeling the glutes really switching on. Make sure that right hip isn't sagging. Lift and square the hips to the mat. Hugging in and up. Switch everything on. Smile and, most importantly, breathe. Pushing the ground away. Find activation out of that right shoulder. And then keeping your stability here at your pelvis, at your center. Take the foot towards the right, the hand towards the left. And then coming back, carefully placing down and turning your right hand over. Either stay with that or press a little bit more weight over that hand. Releasing, have a little roll out, tuck your toes, sit back towards your heels. So just a couple of moments here, give the arms a little rest. Stretching out wide, we're going to sweep the right arm underneath the left, wrapping around, coming into eagle. If at any point the toes just have enough of this, you can release down to kneeling. So tapping in now, feel any sensations through the upper back, the shoulders. If you want a little bit more intensity here, you could start to kind of ease the hands forward, rounding into that upper back. Just be really mindful of any pinchy sensations here. And then release. Press the hands out nice and wide and change side. So left sweeps under the right, wrap around. Inhale, grow a little taller, find your space. Again, maybe pressing hands forwards. Just notice how different this side feels. If this is really not working today, you could just bring your hands here to the opposite shoulder. Please listen to those little signals. And then release. Coming back to your hands and knees, lifting the toes, give them a wiggle. You might like to tap them down to the floor. Settling back in. Again, activate, hug everything in and up. And we're going to lift once more the right arm and the left leg. As you inhale now, just start to lift the heart, lift the gaze, and as you exhale, bring elbow to knee, squeezing in and try and lift up at the same time. Keeping the knee bent now, inhale, extend the arm, send the heel up towards the ceiling. So your option is to reach that right arm back, taking a grip of the little toe side of the left foot. If you don't find the grip, stay here, do whatever you need. You can keep the hand down. If you have hold of the foot, kicking into the hand, really activate, switch on those glutes. Hug navel in as you lift and open the heart. Feel the opening here through the right shoulder. Releasing, extend the left leg, toes touching down to the floor now. And we're going to press the heel away. So nice, stretching into the calf. Now your right foot is going to swing over to the right side, and we're going to roll onto the side of the left foot. You might need to bring your right hand a little more into the center of the mat here. We're going to sweep the left arm up towards the sky. So a little variation on your side plank. Option maybe here is to lift the foot. Keep pressing out through the heel. Keep hugging in at your center. Smiling. And then coming back onto your hands. Tuck the toes. Extend the right foot out, finding your way to a plank. Push the ground away. Lift up between your shoulder blades. Press back into your heels. Gaze just down between the hands. And then lower the knees carefully to the mat. Release tops of the feet. Now we're dropping the hips slightly forwards, making sure not to sag. So we want to create a lovely straight, strong line from the knees all the way up to the head. Hug the elbows in, so wrap the arms towards the body. Slowly as you can, with control, find your way down to your belly. When you get there, inhale, lifting the chest, lift the gaze, and then lift the hands. Press down through your pubic bone, through the tops of the feet, squeeze the bottom, and then release. 2 more like that. Inhale, push down as you lift and open, draw the elbows back towards the feet. Exhale, soften. Last one. And then tucking toes under, pushing back, downward facing dog. Have a little walk out through the legs. Beautiful. Rising up onto your tiptoes, lower your knees all the way down to the floor, coming back to tabletop. So switching over, right palm presses down as we lift left arm and right leg. So here again, inhale, as you exhale, elbow to knee, crunching in. So keeping the knee bent this time, inhale, kick the heel up to the ceiling. Maybe hold here, maybe release the hand, maybe reach around, taking a grip of the little toe side of the foot, kicking into your hand. Feeling that release through the left shoulder, keep kicking. And then carefully releasing down. Extending right leg, toes tucked, press out into the heel. And then you're going to take the left foot over to the left side. Swivel onto the side of your right foot. Right arm reaches up for the sky. Turning on at the center, we're going to squeeze the bottom, press the hips forwards, lifting up and out of that left shoulder. So maybe just working here, keeping activation, keeping that lift. Maybe beginning to lift up through right foot. And then coming back, find your way to plank. Inhale here, this time it's your choice. Either drop to the knees, same as last time, or we're going to come through chaturanga. Coming forwards on the tiptoes. Hug elbows in as you lower all the way down. Release tops of the feet. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the heart. Elbows draw back towards the feet. And then take your arms out behind you, like you're clapping behind the back. Interlace fingers. Inhale, extend arms. Push through the tops of the feet. Push down through the pubic bone. See if you could now lift just a little bit higher. And then release. Press through your hands, sweep back, downward facing dog. Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Rise up into tiptoes. Bend the knees barely to the thighs. Look forwards. Walk, step, or a little hop to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Press into the heels. Inhale, we're going to lift the arms, sitting back into our imaginary chair, Utkatasana. And then coming all the way up to stand. Hands find each other, resting at the heart. Take a deep breath. Open the mouth, let it go. Inhale, sweep the arms. Adding a little back bend here. Squeeze the bottom, press the hips forward. Maybe open the arms a little wider as you shine the heart. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, looking back, right foot steps back. Drop the knee, release the toes. Inhale, arms lifting up for the sky. Softening hands down, finding a little twist. Back of the right hand is going to come to the outer edge of the left leg. So we want to make sure here we're not just collapsing down into the hips. Instead of working into stretching the hip flexor muscles, we want to find that stabilizing action. So I want you to maybe sink in and then back off to about 50%. Switching on through the glutes, holding yourself instead of just letting yourself go. Taking the left arm now back behind you. As you inhale, grow taller through the spine, hug the belly in, and as you exhale, maybe you could rotate and glance back towards that left thumb. Lovely. And then releasing, framing the left foot. Tuck the toes, sweep the left foot all the way up for the sky. Left knee is going to come towards left elbow. So maybe you find a little contact, don't worry if you don't. Kicking back, push away. As you exhale, left knee to right elbow. Kick it back. Exhale, knee to nose, pause. See if you could lift your knee now a little higher. Really pushing through the hands, and then look forward, step to the front of the mat. Inhale as the arms reach up. Exhale, hands to the floor. Start to straighten a little more through that left leg. So you might still have a bit of a bend, or you might straighten and draw the nose, toes towards the nose. Inhale, coming back to your lunge, lift the arms, switch on those glutes. Exhale, release hands, shift the hips back. Once more. Coming back into your lunge, and then we're going to lift up, windmill to find warrior two. Pivoting on the feet. Turn the toes to the long edge of the mat. The heels slightly stepping in as we bring hands together, sinking down into our goddess. Have a little shift from side to side. And then pause through center. Inhale, arms out wide, straightening up through the legs. Exhale, hands come to touch, bend the knees, sink down low. Press through your heels. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, sinking down. Last one here. And then straighten up through the legs. Turning feet to face back towards the front edge of the mat. Windmill the arms. Rolling back onto the toes. Send left foot back. Find your plank. Inhale here. Exhale, your choice of lower. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg stepping up for the sky. Look forwards, big step through. Lifting the arms up. And then really activate here. Shift weight through into your left foot. So come forwards on the right tiptoes until you can lift the right leg, bringing knee up into chest. You're going to interlace the hands in front of the knee. Find your stability. So if you need to, you could bring yourself over to the wall. Use the wall as a little bit of support. Try and lift the toes of your standing foot. Spread them, plant them back down. And as you do that, feel yourself rise up. So the kneecap is drawing up towards the thigh. Switch on. Hug navel in, lift and open the heart. Breathe. So maybe we're staying here today. If it's not a balancing day for you today, be kind to yourself. Laugh. Let it go. It's not important whether we are able to balance today. What's important is that you are here. You are in this practice. You are experiencing the sensations and the reactions that arise. If you want to go a step further, maybe reaching down, take the interlace beneath the ball of the foot. Inhale, really draw in and up. So Uddiyana Bandha, hug in. And lift the chest as you exhale, kicking the foot out in front. Dandayana, Janushirshasana, standing head to knee pose. So the option is to inhale, Uddiyana Bandha, exhale, elbows hug towards the knee as you round through the back, nose to knee. Keep lifting through the standing leg. Another option may be to bring your left hand to the outer edge, little toe side of the foot, reaching right arm back, kicking through the heel as you look back towards the thumb. And then carefully release, bending into the standing leg, bring across to find a figure four. Hands come to prayer. Smile, feel the heat. Keeping the foot flexed, we protect into the knee. And then lift out, knee comes back up into chest. Look forwards, keep the heart lifted as you begin to tip. So we're kicking right foot out behind us, keeping that standing leg active. Maybe reaching the arms back, Virabhadrasana 3. Now try not to arch through the back, this is something I tend to do. We want to find that activation now, so hug navel in, knit the lower ribs in. Kick out through the heel as you find the back of the neck lengthening. Soften into your standing leg, sweeping the leg back. In, come to Tadasana, mountain pose. Shake out that standing leg. Inhale, reach up again, maybe find a little back bend. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, looking back, left foot steps to the back of the mat. Dropping the knee, inhale, rising up. So coming to that twist now. Finding yourself at that kind of 50%. Hug in, switch on. Taking your left hand, back of the hand to the outer edge of the knee. So find little perches. The knee is kind of pressing against the hand is resisting and pushing back. Sweep your right arm behind you, turning to God. So inhale as you find space. Exhaling into the twist. Bringing that front foot tuck the toes. Right foot sweeps all the way up for the sky. Kick away. Hands nice and active. Push down into the mat as you lift the heel a little higher. Inhale. As you exhale, right knee towards right elbow. Maybe there's some contact. Inhale, kick back. Exhale, take it over to the left. Inhale, kick back. Exhale, knee to nose. Pause. Lift the knee a little bit higher. Really push through those hands. Give a little kiss. And then look forwards, stepping the foot between the hands. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, hands come down. We begin just to straighten a little into the right leg. Inhale, come forwards. Exhale, release. Last one. And then sweeping up, finding your warrior two. Take one breath here. And then turning the feet to face the long edge of the mat. Heels in, toes out, bend into the knees. This time take your hands down onto your thighs. Fingertips kind of pointing down towards the earth. Lift the heart, sit a little bit lower. Settle in. Inhaling. As you exhale, dipping the right shoulder down as you glance over the left. Inhale to center. Exhale, dipping the left. Just carrying on a few more rounds like this. And then coming back, bring the hands to the heart. Lift your right heel. Smile. Even if it's not a real one, it helps. Release. Lift the left. Release. If you're feeling adventurous, if the knees are very happy here, lift both heels. Feel that shaking, that quivering, that's building strength. Release. Push down, standing up tall. Turning on the feet. Windmill the hands. Taking right foot back. Find your plank. Inhale here. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down the dog. Step the feet wide for a moment and press the sit bones back. Feet come back in. Send your right foot up for the sky. Look forwards. Big step to the front of the mat. Inhale, taking the arms up. So shifting weight forwards into that right leg. Come off onto the tiptoes of the left and then sweep in and up, interlacing the hands in front of the shin. Find your stability. So find a place for the eyes. Keeping it about eye level. Fix your gaze. This is called the drishti. Single point of focus, ekagrata. Relax the shoulders. Now what's happening at your center? Has the belly just softened? Have you collapsed in the legs, into the hips? See if you could turn it all back on. So start from your right foot, lift and spread the toes. Push down into the mat. You lift through the leg, kneecap drawing up to the thigh. Switch on that right glute. Check that you're not lifting the left hip too high. Try and square the pelvis. Activating at your pelvic floor, hug navel in and up, Uddiyana Bandha. Shoulders draw back as the heart reaches forwards. Grow a little bit taller. Amazing, everyone. Again, if it's not happening for you today, if you're wobbling, go with it, smile, have a little dance. Let go of any frustration that arises. Know that you don't have to be perfect today. When we turn yoga into a performance, we're not practicing yoga anymore. So try to let go of any comparison, any judgment, and just welcome whatever comes. If you want to go that little bit further, you could Reach the arms down. Inhale. Exhale. Kick out. Maybe finding the twist. Right hand coming to the little toe side of the foot. Extending left arm back. Move slow. Keep activating the standing leg. You might be there, you might be here, nose to knee. Try not to lift the foot too high, try and keep the leg parallel to the mat. And then carefully release. Don't worry if you have to come down to the mat for a moment, find your balance. And then bending into that right leg, crossing left over, figure four, hands to prayer. Inhale as the knee comes back up. Draw in, Uddiyana Bandha as we tip forward, flying into Virabhadrasana 3, Warrior 3. So square the pelvis to the mat. Try not to arch too much here, but really turn on that front body. Maybe the arms are sweeping back, try not to lock into your standing knee. Wonderful, guys. Bringing yourself up to feet, come together. Inhale, take the arms up high. Exhale, fold. And we're going to find a dangle here. So step your feet a little wider. Bend into the knees. Inhale. Exhale. Let it go. Maybe rest the back of the hands to the mat, or just let them dangle. Maybe hands coming to the opposite elbow. You can take a little rock, a little sway. Give the head a shake, yes and no. And then planting the hands. Take a step back, find your way to downward facing dog. You might like a little walk out, releasing into those legs. Releasing down to the mat, finding your way into a nice restful child's pose. So this time, maybe you like to take the arms back by the sides, forehead towards the earth. Maybe the knees coming a little wider. Have a play around, really find a place that you can now soften. And using the breath here to release. As you exhale, open the mouth. Make some sound, let it all go. Big sigh, really feel the bones just dropping to the earth. Maybe a little roll of the forehead from side to side. Really allow yourself this moment to rest, and I want to leave you here with some words. So this is an anonymous quote. Being soft isn't a weakness. Strength isn't always loud. Without making a sound, a candle flame can become a forest fire. A butterfly flapping its wings in New York City can cause a hurricane in Beijing. Elephants are strong enough to knock down trees, but are also afraid of bees. Is anybody really as brave as they seem? Most days, you are soft in the way that a single seed can grow into a cherry tree. But do not doubt that when the time comes, you can be soft in the way that sandstorms swallow up entire cities, in the way the sun bends train tracks. The next time they tell you that strength is always loud, remind them that the softest sounds are made when the moon moves the sea.